Okay, we're back here. I don't think that there's going to be an echo now. I don't know, but I don't think there will be an echo. It looks like we have 3 watching now. Whoever's watching, if you have an account and you're signed in, feel free to type into the chat thing any questions that you have, and I'll answer them. We're 10 to 10 now. Didn't get started till about 10 minutes ago due to some difficulties with the internet. If you're just now tuning in, still 3 watching. Any questions from anybody? Okay, alright, looks like we're set here. We have 3 watching. I'll stay on. I'm not gonna set it. I'm not gonna tell when I'm gonna get off. I really don't know, being I just got it started like 10 minutes ago. I might go for another 45 minutes or an hour. I'm not sure if it's gonna automatically shut off or not. I'm gonna check here, see if I can see. Okay, there's no echo. I got people in the other room. My dad just said that there's no echo, so that's good news. I do wish that I could figure out why there's no. You got the audio on? Okay, everything's set now. Good, everything's set. All right, just go. All right, just go. Okay.
Move back a little bit, not too much.
Sure. Alright, we got 3 watching still. I'm going to go ahead and sit back and see if we get any others to tune in here. 9:52. I don't think that it's supposed to, I don't think it's going to end. Alright, we have 4 watching now. That's good. 4 watching. If you're just now tuning in, feel free to ask questions. If you were here earlier and you left, again, as I already said, we had some difficulties with the internet. So, looks like we're just now getting set with the audio. Video looks like everything is set. So, any questions, anybody, just go ahead and type them in, and I'll go ahead and answer them. Again, the display here, I got license plates up top. This is all stuff out of my personal collection from my room. Model cars, collect model cars. I like the big ones and the little ones. I only film the big ones, but I like the little ones. 57 Chevrolet picture. Next to that is a 57 Chevrolet radio that is in working condition. Over here, a Ferrari picture, Corvette picture, some more model cars here. And behind me, a couple of signs. And also over there, right here, I have a business card here. These are my business cards for when I go to dealerships. I was going to get into that if we get some viewers that would like to know more about that. If anybody has any questions. Alright, New Thinking Review says that he got video. That's good news, good news. Good to hear. Still got 4 watching. And New Thinking Reviews, you have any more questions? Here's the business card right here. If you would like to get a closer look at this, go ahead and show that. Alright, looks like we got some more people tuning in. Great. Alright, we have Frank TBL. He says, what states are the license plates? Alright, I don't know if you'll be able to see me, but over to the far right we have Ohio. Next to Ohio is Pennsylvania, New York, Virginia, West Virginia, and another New York from 1970. So we have a decent variety of 4 different states. And of course the signs here and model cars. But those are the 4 states license plates. I collect license plates also. anything to do with automotive, I kind of tend to put in my room like that. I'm a big car nut, as you can see from the channel. Alright, we got another question here. New Thinking Review says, what is your dream car? My dream car, I really don't know if I have a dream car. I'm not 100% sure. More plates. Okay, yeah, more plates. Alright, let's show these here. Mine as well. This is not the order that I planned, so just keep that in mind. I'll get back to New Thinking Review's questions. These are the whole stack of plates that I do have. My grandparents live in Ohio, that's how I have the Ohio ones. New York, Ohio, Ohio, New York. My grandparents actually might be watching this right now. So, if you are, hi, thanks for tuning in. So those are those. Back to New Thinking Review's question, what's your dream car? I've filmed a lot of vehicles. I've been in a lot of vehicles, driven a lot of vehicles. Just this past week, many of you know if you're a subscriber, I went to Mercedes-Benz of Hagerstown. Fantastic dealership, nice inventory, fantastic staff, very friendly people. Anyway, Benz, I found out Mercedes-Benz really does drive like a dream. I always thought that they were kind of overrated. I didn't dislike them, but I thought they were a little bit overrated. Now I think that they're pretty good, and they are really good quality vehicles. But as far as a dream car, I love all cars. Every car, I would say pretty much, for the most part, is a dream car to me. I have a wide variety of model cars here. I collect anything to do with cars. I like pretty much all cars. There's not many cars that I don't like. So, if I had to choose one though, I'd probably say an 82 to 86 Firebird Trans Am. The Knight Rider package, I already mentioned I like Knight Rider. I'd probably have an exact kit replica as my dream car. But that's dream car, depends on how you define dream car. Looks like we still have 3 watching. That's good. New Thinking Reviews says, how did Rose and Bill get their names? Good question. Well, Rose is, we purchased the car in Tennessee, and my sister one day, she called it Rose. We were trying to think of what to call it. My family likes naming our cars. So she was trying to figure out a name, and she said Rose. And we thought, you know what, that's actually kind of catchy, so it stuck. And as far as Bill is named after my grandfather, Bill. He was a contractor for years, did sheetrock and drywall, painting, the whole 9 yards with that. And Bill is a work vehicle, a work van, and it runs good, no problems. And my dad thought of naming it Bill after his dad, my grandfather. So that's where Bill got his name. He came up with that one day and it kind of stuck. Thought it fit pretty good. By the way, both of them are doing pretty good, Bill and Rose. The van just hit 75,000 miles the other day, and it still runs good. The only thing we've had to do to it in 15,000 miles is a bypass pulley for the air conditioner. And Rose is just about at 60,000 miles, no problems at all. Fantastic car. That doesn't have anything to do with how they got their names, but just thought you guys might like to know if you're watching. Still 3 watching. If you're on here and you know people, if you're watching this live and you know people that are a subscriber, you're in connections with people that you can get a hold of, feel free to contact them and tell them that we're on now. I know we had some people on earlier that are not here anymore because of the issues. They probably left because they weren't getting any video or audio, which I would have too if I didn't get anything. So, but yeah, if you know anybody, go ahead and tell them that we're on now and we're set to answer any questions they have. while we're waiting here, thought I'd give some shout outs or mention some channels that I like personally on YouTube. There's a lot of good car reviewers and channels. My personal favorite, I like a lot of car reviewers. I am subscribed to a lot of car reviewers. My top favorite, I'm not sure if he's watching right now, Mike's Car Info. YouTube.com, I believe, / Mike's Car Info. His username is Mike's Car Info. He posts really good quality, very informative car reviews, and gives you a good look at the vehicle. And he's been a subscriber to me for about a year now. So give a shout out to him for being a subscriber. And anybody that's watching this, you should go check his videos out. He's got some good content. Still got 3 watching. It's 10:01 and the stream didn't end, so I know that they're not going to end it. I'm going to have to end it, so that's good. See if anybody's still here. Let's see. Think outside the cube. Are you still here? You were here earlier, but you were not getting the audio and pictures, so you might have left. But are you still here? Hey, Blake's Cars 2 just joined. Thanks, man. That's another guy. He's been another subscriber that's been with me for probably about, I think he's been with us for about 2 years now. Long-time subscriber, semi-faithful commenter, and just another good subscriber. Appreciate the support. Just joined. Congrats on the 2K mark, he says. Thanks a lot, Blake. I appreciate it. Thanks for joining us. Test Drive Blogs. Now we got 5 watching. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Congrats on 2,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. That's also another channel, Test Drive Blogs. He goes to a dealership and films their vehicles, Moto Exotica, I think, or something like that. Not sure if I said it right. Check out his channel. He's got some good content on there of newer vehicles, and he's got some older classic vehicles, foreign and domestic classics, and he's got some good content. So check out his channel as well. Yeah, Blake said, yeah, at least 2 years. It has been about 2 years. And then Test Drive Blog says, yep, Moto Exotica. Yeah, that's what I thought it was. They got some good inventory there, and he does a good job filming their stuff. New Thinking Reviews says he's publishing a video so more people can watch my stream. Okay, great. Sure, go right ahead. Still got 5 watching. For those of you, Blake, Test Drive Blogs, you're just tuning in, I already told the other people that we had a Wiz River Blue. He's been a subscriber for probably around 2 years too. Another good guy. Thanks for subscribing to you. Thanks for subscribing to me. Everybody that's watching this, go subscribe to him. He's a good guy. Also, what was I going to say here? Let's see. Okay, for those of you that are just turning in, Wiz River Blue, Blake's Cars, and Test Drive Blogs. We had some difficulties with the internet. We were supposed to start at 9 o'clock, but internet was being a pain, and I didn't get started until about 9:40 to 9:50. So I'm probably going to go until about maybe 11 or close to 11. So if you guys have any questions now, shoot, I'll answer them now that we're all set here. And if you're just tuning in, you'll notice the display that I have set up for the live stream. I'm glad I got the video to start working, so we got that right now. Can't see if we have any questions coming in from the distance. Let's see here. Also another guy that has some good content. I don't know if he's here or if he's gonna tune in or not. JakeMan21642. If you're subscribed to me, you might be subscribed to him. He's got some good content. I think he works at Volvo of Richmond, and he posts some good quality videos. So after this stream, feel free to go subscribe to him. He's got some good content. Wiz River Blue says you're the first person to pronounce my username right. There you go. At least I did something right on the stream. Test Drive Blog says, sadly I won't be able to stick around long. Got to work tomorrow, but I'll stay for a few minutes. Hey, I appreciate you tuning in at all. Anybody that tunes in is fantastic. I appreciate it. New Thinking Reviews says, what's your dad's dealership name? Okay, I thought somebody might ask that. Well, he deals with real estate and businesses that are closing and people that are liquidating their collections. Like if you're a subscriber, you may have seen the 72 Oldsmobile 98. Beautiful car, mint condition, one owner, 44,000 miles. He bought that from a doctor that lived in Washington, D.C., and he had a collection of a dozen or more cars, and that was one of them. So he does that type of thing. He doesn't actually have a set dealership or a dealership name. However, you've seen a lot of the vehicles that he's gotten. He's gotten the 72 Oldsmobile. He bought a 2007 Saturn Ion that many of you may have seen. Also, he bought recently Mitsubishi Fuso truck, a flatbed. You might have seen that if you're on the channel here. You probably have seen that. That's another one. 08 Chevy Impala, Police Interceptor. So he does deal with a lot of that kind of stuff, but he doesn't have a set dealership name. Let's see here. Alright, we got some new questions here. Blake's Cars 2. No problem. I love the little car community channels. Yeah, I do too. I actually watch YouTube car reviews more than I would watch TV. As of right now, I have no questions. That's no problem. I'm just glad you're tuning in. Cal's Car Corner. Another good kid that has some good car reviews. When did you discover my videos? Well, you know, that's hard to say. A lot of these guys I've known for a while. I want to say probably about a year or two ago. I mean, if you check back in your subscribers, you might be able to see how long ago I subscribed. I think it was right around 2 years though. But yeah, Cal's Car Corner, another good car reviewer on YouTube. Another one of the good car reviewers. Test Drive Blog says, I watch a ton of car reviewers myself. Even from you to That Dude in Blue and Saab Kyle 04. Yeah, I watch those guys too. That Dude in Blue, he's got an awesome, I believe it's a 13 Mustang GT Smurf. Really cool Mustang. Saab Kyle 04, one of the best in the business. He's very, very informative with his videos. He's got great content. And his slogan is the king of car reviews, and I think he probably is the king of car reviews. He's got some good videos. So yeah, I watch the little guys and the big guys. I myself am a little guy, so I understand what it's like to be a little guy. Frank TBL, which do you like better, the Impala or the CVPI? I don't know what you mean by CVPI. Maybe I'm assuming that was a typo. Let's see here. Wiz River Blues. Are you in college or high school? I am in college. My local community college. Computer science I'm going to be taking. That definitely helps out. I'm learning new programs, new software, and things that would help with the YouTube here, because I treat this as a job here on YouTube. I enjoy doing it, but I treat it as work, and always discovering new programs and how to edit and software and stuff like that. Computer science has a lot to do with that, and troubleshooting, like with the internet being down and the encoding, stuff like that is definitely going to come into play with computer science. Let's see here. Let's see. Wiz River Blue, CVPI, Crown Victoria Police Interceptor. Duh. Okay, I know that now. I can't believe I didn't know that. Impala or Crown Victoria Police Interceptor? That's a tough one. If I had one to drive myself, I would probably choose an Impala Police Interceptor, just because the Crown Victorias are kind of just, I mean, they're good cars, they're good cop cars. Every time I think Crown Victoria, I think cop. So if you're going for a cop car, then that's probably your best bet. But I like the Impala. A certain feel of the Impala. It's maybe not as good a quality as the Crown Vic, but I'd probably go with the Impala. New Thinking Reviews. Did you hear that Ford was bringing back the Ranger in 2018? Saw that on Motor Trend. No, I did not hear that. I think that's a good idea. I think that'll bring some competition back to the newly reborn Colorado. I believe I think the Colorado was out for a couple years, but that'll bring some competition to the Colorado and the Tacoma. So yeah, that adds more choices to the market, especially for people that are Ford fans. That'll come into play. I think Ford will do good with that. See here. Now we have 7 watching. Our health is green. That's great. I appreciate anybody that's tuned in to watch. I know it's been a little bit of a struggle here, but now we're smooth sailing. It seems to be. Blake's Cars too. If you were given $5,000 for any car, what would it be? Some of these are tough questions. That's a tough one. Give me a second to think about that. You know, I probably would go with an 82 to 86. I mentioned this 2 or 3 times as my favorite car. 82 to 86 Trans Am Firebird. I don't know why. I like those cars a lot. If I could get one of those in that price range, $5,000, I probably would get one of those. And really, the truth is, you can get ones that are in pretty good shape for right around that. So I'd probably go with one of those if I had $5,000 for a car. Test Drive Blogs. What is your most requested car to review in the future? Well, I've had some people ask me to do the new Honda Pilot. Definitely on my list. Definitely a good one that needs to be filmed. I'm going to try to get that on here within a couple weeks. That's probably the top one. Blake's Cars. I knew it would put you on the spot. Hard choice. That is a hard choice. There's still, like I said, the New Thinking Reviews a little bit ago. What's my dream car? It's hard to choose. I love all cars, really. There's not many cars that I don't like. But yeah, definitely a nice classic. It is a nice car, especially with the 3. If I got one, I'd probably get it with the 350 to give that extra zip. The 305 is a good engine, but just for that little bit of an extra punch, I'd probably go with the 350. See if we get any more here. I'm going to go back up. I don't know if I missed any questions or not. No, it looks like I'm all caught up here. I don't know if any of you know this, but word's gotten out. I think it's actually true this time. Scion's been talking about discontinuing the XB since like 2012. And I never believed it because each year until this year they kept making them. But I think it's actually true this time. They're going to be discontinuing the XB. For me, that's sad news. The way I look at it is Scion takes their most reliable car and they say, let's stop making it. As of 2014, it ranked in Consumer Reviews or Consumer Reports the most reliable car of the year. So I think that was a little bit of a mistake on Scion's part. Test drive blogs. How about if you could choose any car yourself ever made to review? Which one would it be? Another tough question that is putting me on the spot. Let's see here. I filmed at Mercedes-Benz of Hagerstown. I filmed a C63 AMG Mercedes. Those things are pretty sweet. That probably wouldn't be my number one choice though. If I could do any car, this is just giving you a random answer off the top of my head, I'd probably go with like an Enzo Ferrari, because those are incredibly rare, and I think that would get a lot of views on the channel. And Ferraris are okay. Ferraris are nice cars. So I'd probably go with an Enzo if I could choose one car to do a full startup tour and review of. Which of the new Scions would you take, excluding the XB, right, this being discontinued? XD, TC, IM, or IA? Blake says, I'd go TC, hands down. That panoramic roof, though. My first choice would probably be the TC also. The TC's a pretty sweet car. Secondly, I'd go with the IM. I know it's new, but I'd like to give it a shot, see how it is. I know it has, I believe, Toyota's 1.8 liter 4-cylinder Corolla engine. Can't go wrong with it. As far as the IA, you guys can do what you want. I'm not saying anything against Mazda, but the Scion IA is a rebadged Mazda. It's a Mazda with Scion badges. It has a Mazda motor, and it's not a Scion in my opinion. So I wouldn't even think about that one. And then lastly, the XD. The XD is not a bad car. I wouldn't mind having one. So in order, TC, IM, XD. Those are my choices. Test Drive Blog says, I would love to review a Nissan Skyline GTR R33 myself. That's another good one. I didn't even think of that. See, I just gave you top of the head answer. That's probably in the top 5, top 10 of my favorites to review. Wiz River Blue says ×2 Blake. Yeah, he agrees with Blake about the TC. Yeah, I think a lot of people probably would. Since Hyundai redesigned, this is New Thinking Reviews. Since Hyundai redesigned the Tuscan for 2016, what are your honest opinions on the styling of it compared to other generations? Well, they redesigned it. I did see that just the other day. I saw that. I think it's nice compared to their other generations. I think that Hyundai and Kia have really stepped up their game. They've also stepped up their prices, but they've stepped up their game, and I think that their quality has definitely gone up. I don't know because I haven't seen the car in person, so I couldn't give you a in-person thought of what I thought on it, but I'd say it looks nice. I gotta get to a Hyundai dealership soon. Test Drive Blogs. I got the chance to interact with the TC a while ago, and I do say I enjoyed it. You know, I've driven a lot of cars, but I've never driven a TC. I've been in them, I've started them, I've even filmed them. I have a release series on my channel, a 2015 release series, and I also have a regular 15. I don't know what they drive like though. I mean, I would imagine that they're fun to drive, the 2.5 liter 4-banger. I would imagine that it's pretty fun to drive. That's something I need to do. I need to see about getting test driving one of those. Scion does have some good cars though. The TC, if the TC handles anything like the XB, then it probably is a pretty sporty car, because the XB hugs the road. 60,000 miles ours is at, and it hugs the road like a newer vehicle still. So, and the TC has more power, so I bet you the TC is probably a pretty fun car to drive. Blake says, I think I'd take the first gen TC. They're pretty cheap now. You know, they are pretty cheap now. I've actually looked into those. I've considered getting one of those. You're talking about the $5,000, what car to get. if I could get one that's been well taken care of, then you might be able to get one somewhere around that price range. And the 2.4 liter engine, they're pretty good. They're reliable cars. They're sporty cars. Like I said, I've never driven a TC, but I would think that they're fun to drive. Let's see if I missed any questions. I got to keep going back up here. Doing a lot of talking and not really answering here. Alright, nobody's got any questions right at the moment. We got 6 watching still got a pretty good crowd. Probably go on for another half hour, 40 minutes, something like that. For those of you that are watching, I'd like to show you this. Let me cover this. Down in this bottom corner is my phone number. These are my business cards. I've had many people ask me, how do you get into dealerships? This is my business card here. If you can get a good look at it. It has the link to my YouTube channel, advertising through YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. By the way, follow me on Facebook and Twitter if you haven't. And Maxxtruck9906, MT9906, photography and videography. So that's my business card. It's got a 2016 AMG Mercedes GT on it. And that's a good idea if you're interested in getting into some dealerships. It's a good idea to have some cards. Let's see here. Test drive blogs. Here's a good one for the stream. What does it feel like having over 2,000 subscribers and also over 2 million total views now? Well, it feels good. However, I still have a very, 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 very long way to go. In my eyes, 2,000 subscribers is just a scratch of the surface. I'm just getting started. I'm just now starting to lay the foundation. It feels great though. I'm glad that I've hit this milestone. I appreciate everybody that's watching this. I appreciate you, Test Drive Blogs, for subscribing. It does feel pretty good, but everybody stay with me for the journey, because I really think that Maxxtruck9906 is going to go far in the future with car reviewing. New thinking reviews. Dodge Barracuda, Grand Cherokee, Trailhawk, and the Grand Wagoneer will be at the dealers soon. I know, my local Dodge dealer is already coming out with their 2016. A lot of places are, but the Dodge dealer is already getting their 2016s in. I'm going to have to go there soon. Blake says, how is the XB with power? I always thought it would feel slowish with the 4-speed. If there was one thing I would change about that car, it's the 4-speed automatic. If you go 75, 80 on the highway, you're idling at about 3 RPMs. Now, if you want to pass somebody, it does have the power to pass. If you give it the gas, it'll get up and go, no problem at all. As far as pickup, it's got dual overhead cam 4-cylinder. It's got good pickup. It's not really, it's not a slow car. It's not a sports car, but it's not really a slow car. It's just kind of your average speed. I think it could take your Focus. I don't know. We'll have to meet up sometime and see. But in my opinion, I think that it's a decent car. It gets you from A to B. However, if I could change one thing about it, it would definitely be the 4-speed automatic. Also, while we're on the XB, some people have thought in the past that they say it drives, some people I've heard say it drives like a Camry. Well, we rented a Camry a while ago, 2011, which I believe 2011 was the last year that the 2.4 was available. It drives nothing like a Camry. If you go around the corners with it, you can take corners without even slowing down, and it handles like a sports car. The handling makes up for it. If you put a bigger engine, if you put like a Camry 6-cylinder in it and a 6-speed auto, you'd have a little sports car combined with the handling. WizWiver Blue, that's a good idea with the cards. That is a good idea. For those of you that are watching, excellent idea. He's right, it really is. It helps a lot. When you go into places nowadays, people, when you go into some place, oh, do you have a card? no matter what business you're in, photography, if you're in a construction business or any kind of work business, somebody's going to eventually ask you for a card. So yeah, that's definitely a good idea. Test drive blogs. I never thought about cards myself. I've always been just a go up and ask kind of person. You know, that's good. That's a good way to do it. Just go up and ask. How I would do it, for those of you that would like some tips, definitely get cards. That's a great idea. Also, when you go, it's a good idea to maybe just take a day of the week. How I would do it, how I've done it in the past, is take one day of my week. I'll go out and I'll drive around and go to dealerships. I'll go to dealerships. Just a moment. I'll go to dealerships, and another thing is, when you go to a dealership, make sure you're dressed to impress. First impressions are lasting impressions, so they say. You can wear a collared shirt. I'm not telling you how to dress, but wear a collared shirt, little collared shirt up here, button-up shirt. I myself, you may have seen it in the videos, I like to wear a shirt and tie, just because it kind of gives it that extra professional look. So yeah, as far as walking up, the footwork is better than the phone calls or the emails. I've tried phone calls, emails. Footwork is better. One-on-one, going in, getting to speak with somebody in person so they know that you're an actual person. They see that you're a well-dressed person. They get to have your business card. And just plead your case with them. Tell them, I'd like to film your vehicles. And give them a shout-out. Tell them, what harm is free advertising? So that's one thing that I say is free advertising is not going to hurt you. It can only help you. So I have a list. This is just a small list of dealerships that I've been to here. And once you get into dealerships, looks like my questions are building up. Once you get into dealerships, you can kind of build your resume. I look at it as a resume. You get one. Okay, the next one you try to go to, tell them, I went to this place and I filmed their vehicles. And then after the second one, you go to the third one, tell them I've been to these two places. It's like a resume. It keeps building up until eventually you have a good selection of dealerships to go to. Alright, I'm missing a lot of questions. Sorry about that, guys. Blake says the Focus would lose to a Prius. I don't know about that, but I saw, Blake, that you got a, what is it? A Ford Escape, is that right? I don't know where I've been. I haven't been watching your videos lately. I apologize about that. I need to go over there and check that out closely. I saw it in my feed the other day that you have a Ford Escape, I think it was. Congrats on that. I'll have to go check that out. In my opinion, the Escape beats the Focus. New Thinking Review says, someone down in northern Jersey where my films come from was lucky enough to buy a new Ferrari 458 and an Aston Martin Vanquish. It's like Beverly Hills where I am. Cal's Car Corner says, very sorry, but I gotta go. Oh, let me go up here. My cousin was flipping out because he had to get off the computer at 7, and I just want to forget it. Cal, I'm very thankful that you tuned in. I appreciate it. Everybody, when you're done here, check out Cal's videos. He's a good kid. He's got reviews on there that are pretty good quality reviews. Go ahead and subscribe to him. I appreciate you tuning in. Thanks a lot. Let's see here. New Thinking Review says, I may be lucky enough to do the Viper if the owner will let me. If you can, I'd love to see it. That'd be cool, man. I'll see you later, Cal. Thanks for tuning in. Frank TBL says, do you think Ford made a mistake getting rid of the V8s in the Expedition and the Explorer? Yes, I do. I think that is a big mistake. I think that companies are doing it with full-size cars. They're offering 4-cylinders in the Impala and the Taurus. Now, the turbo in the Taurus is a good one, but they're full-size cars. Full-size cars years ago had V8s. I think that they should have left V8s in them. Blake's Cars 2 says, yeah, I gotta go too. Gotta be at work at 7 a.m. Congrats on your 2K mark. Thanks for tuning in, Blake. Check out the video. Thanks for watching. Check out my other videos. I appreciate you tuning in. I'm going to try to get over to your channel sometime, maybe tomorrow, and check out your new Escape. Appreciate you stopping by. Thanks for being a long-time subscriber. Test Drive Blog says, I generally walk in unless the car is at the dealer that is about 30 miles away, and I'm always dressed nice. Good. That's nice. That's nice. It's good to have the good impression. Like I said, it's nice to be able to walk in with a shirt and tie or just a collared shirt, and cards. Maybe you should get some cards made up. That'd probably help you. Wouldn't hurt you. It'd help you. But yeah, just going out in a day and driving to different dealerships. That's another good idea too. Still have 6 watching. That's pretty good. And we're probably going to cut out in about maybe 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes for those of you that still would like to hang in here. Mojo Dojo 456. Hey, your videos are awesome. Keep up the good work. Thank you. I appreciate the support. Everybody, every subscriber counts. That's what I say. Every subscriber counts. Big guy, little guy, everybody counts. I appreciate the support. Thanks for watching. Love the car. Yeah, I'm going to have to check out that Escape, Blake. I'll see you later, and tune in. I might have another live stream now that I have somewhat of an idea on how it works. Maybe at 3,000, maybe 2,500. Let's push for the next 2,500 and 3,000 mark, and we'll have another live stream. Test Drive Blog says, I have to say that doing these tours and reviews on YouTube actually helped me to get a job. Hey, like I said earlier, I treat it like a job. Sometimes it can be full-time depending on how many dealerships I go to. Sometimes it can be part-time. But I do treat it as a job. Enjoy what you do for work, and I really enjoy this. I mean, I get to get in cars, start them up, and show people. I get to provide a service, something that's productive for people to see and get to know a car a little bit better before they decide to purchase it. And I like the little ones too. I said earlier, for those of you that weren't here, I like the little ones. I collect anything to do with cars. License plates, signs, model cars, whole 9 yards. Let's see here. WizWiver Blue, I agree with leaving the V8s and SUVs. Just recently got a 2015 Tahoe and gets 25 miles per gallon on highway. Video will be up sometime. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, you know, I think the companies really should have left the V8, should leave their V8s in. Ford should have left the V8 in there. They might bring it back. I don't know. New Thinking Reviews. Oh, wait a minute, I skipped one. Test Drive Blogs. The old guy at Moto Exotica left, and they were actually going to look for somebody, and I happened to get lucky. Well, there you go. That's nice. If you get into a place like that, and they get to know you, they're looking for a new staff member, or somebody leaves, that always comes in handy as a backup. New Thinking Reviews says, what camera do you film with? I use a Sony Cyber Shot DSC. My tongue's getting twisted. WX100 and a Canon PowerShot. Canon PowerShots are good. I film with a Fujifilm S8650. And it's not the best camera. Many of you have seen the videos. They have occasional blurs, and it has a little bit of a clicking noise when it tries to focus. But the audio quality on it, for the most part, and the picture quality is pretty good. I try to fade in. I try to cut out those blurry parts. But yeah, Fujifilm S8650 is what I use. Deca MMM says, what's cheaper insurance for Ford V6 or EcoBoost? You know, I don't know. EcoBoost has more power. I don't know, though, which would be cheaper. I would guess a V6, but I don't know. Depends on the company, too. Let's see. Mojo Dojo 456. I own a 2015 Explorer, and it has a V6, but the V8 will be nice, too. A V8 would be nice in the Explorer. By the way, the 2016 Explorer is another one that I really need to get out and film. 16 Explorer, the 15, I just put one of my 15 F-150 videos back on. But yeah, that's a nice car, the Explorer. WizWiver Blue, what video editor do you use? Well, I know that there's a lot that you can use. I believe Sony Vegas is one. I used to, I don't anymore. I used to use a program called FreeMake that you could convert videos for faster upload time, but I don't do that anymore. I don't do that. Let's see here. If you have Apple, I use Windows, but if you have Apple iMovie, I have a Windows 8.1 laptop, so I use what came with it, Windows Movie Maker Live. Really basic, simple program, free with any Windows computer that you get. It's real simple. I've heard good reviews about the other ones like Sony Vegas. I believe that's what it is, Sony Vegas. But I just like to keep it simple. Plus, it's free too. So, Frank TBL, the new Ford Escape transmissions are pretty bad. You know, I don't know about the Escapes. You're probably right, but I do know that the Focuses. I've heard a lot of complaints about the Focus transmissions. Consumer Reports magazine. I wish I had it in my little case here, but Consumer Reports magazine actually rated them below, reliability was below average. The Escape might be the same way, but yeah, Ford needs to step up their game with their Focus transmissions and now Escape transmissions, I guess. New Thinking Reviews. I got hired at the Hyundai dealership by filming my friend's loan car, a 2015 Journey SXT. Since then, I've been liking the 2015 Sonata or the Zera. You know, I might change my opinion on Hyundai. I don't hate them. I understand there's fans of every car. And I plan on going to a Hyundai Kia dealership. Just a moment. But I do know that Hyundai has stepped up their game with their prices, as I mentioned. But their redesigns do look pretty good. Joseph Wanger. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I have a question. Shoot, man. Go ahead. Test Drive Blogs. I recently invested in Adobe Premiere. I've used that before. That's a good program. It's great for both videos I make for my channel and Moto Exotica's channel. Another great program as far as I've heard, and I've even used it. Adobe Premiere is another pretty good program for video editing. Mojo Dojo 456. I gotta go. Bye. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Thank you very much for being a subscriber. I'm definitely going to have one of these streams again, probably at 2,500 or 3,000 subscribers, as long as you guys would tune in and like to see it. Probably have it a little bit earlier in the night, though, in case something else happens, maybe 7 or 8 o'clock. But thanks for being a subscriber, and thanks a bunch for tuning in. Deca MMM. Do you watch Subaru WRX fan reviews? He's got a cool YouTube channel. He does have a really cool YouTube channel. I'm subscribed to a lot of people, so I don't watch every single person that I'm subscribed to a lot. So if you're watching this and you post automotive reviews regularly and I don't comment on them always, doesn't mean I'm necessarily not watching. I usually try to like most of my subscribers' videos. But yeah, once in a while I'll watch his videos. He's got some good content. Let's see. Frank TBL. My friend's 2014 Escape transmission is shot. The car is only 16 months old and it sucks. You know, I guess that proves it then. The Focus, I do know for a fact that the Focus transmissions are not good at all. Very sloppy. People have had issues with them from what I've heard from consumer reviews. And, you know, I probably would stay away from one of the newer ones like that. And probably an Escape, a new Escape. The new Escapes, I haven't heard good or bad about them. But now that you mentioned that, I'll have to look into that. Joseph Wanger says, will you be willing to do a full tour of a Honda hybrid? Sure, yeah. What model are you wanting? Like I said earlier, I take requests. I can't promise you that I'll get all requests that I take in, but I'll definitely keep my eye open for any of you that have requests, and if I come across what you're looking for, I'll be more than happy to post it if I don't already have it on here. WizWiver Blue says, Adobe Premiere is awesome. I currently use Corel Video Studio Pro X8. Both are great. Would highly recommend both. I'm going to have to check those out for a little bit of advanced video editing. I know that Movie Maker Live is good, but it is basic. It's very simple. For the deep, further mental block. For the deeper editing skills and kind of adding the better effects, more professional videos, those are probably programs that I'd like to invest in. Accord. Joseph Langer says hybrid Accord. I plan on going to a Honda dealership, and I'm going to try to get the new Pilot, new HRV, new Honda Accord, new Civic, because I don't really have a lot of Honda videos and I need to get some. WRB says favorite hobbies. Well, I like to do a lot of things. You're a subscriber, you see the channel. I consider the channel work, but I consider filming a hobby. I love filming. Filming is my passion. My description of the channel says I love cars, and I always have. Cars are my passion, and that passion is what makes up Maxxtruck9906. And really, that's probably my biggest hobby is filming. I really enjoy filming. And I also like to collect the model cars. I don't know if you can get a good look at the model cars here, but like this is a Lamborghini Diablo, and I got a whole bunch of them. Lamborghini Diablo, I don't know what this one is. What's this, a Gallardo? I think that's a Gallardo. A Ferrari, another Lamborghini, some 57 Chevys. That's another hobby. New Thinking Reviews says, my mom's 2012 GMC Sierra had shut off today once. We put our truck in park. I don't know whether it's a recall or not, but it did it 2 times today. 2012 GMC Sierra. That might be a recall. I know GM over the past year or 2, year and a half, 2 years has really issued a ton of recalls. So that could very well maybe a recall. You should check that out, see if it is. Test Drive Blog says, I would definitely say Adobe Premiere is worth $20 a month I spent on it. I should really see about investing in that. That seems like it could be a good idea. I've heard a lot of good about it. I've used it before. I didn't get too in depth with it, but I should definitely try it out again. DECAMM, Deca MMM says, gotta go. Good stuff, dude. Keep up the good work. Looking forward to seeing more content from you. It's dinner time. You know, I am a little bit hungry. Thanks a lot for being a subscriber, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate you tuning in. Tune in for the next live stream and keep watching the videos. There's going to be a lot more to come. All right, 10 minutes. All right, yeah. Let's see. Yeah, we'll probably wrap it up. We still have 7 people watching. That's fantastic. Thank you all that are watching. I better plug this computer in. I'll say we'll say 10:55 or so, right around there. We'll try to wrap it up. Test Drive Blog says, oddly enough, I've noticed that a lot of the car reviewers I watch, both small and big, are from the East Coast. You know, a lot of the ones I watch are from the East Coast too. That's funny you mentioned that. I know that I know a lot that are from the East Coast. You're right. New Thinking Reviews says, what would you say it? probably finish it and type in the question. Sorry, my phone is being grouchy. If the phone screws anything up, sorry about that. That's no problem. Don't worry about it. Yeah, like I said, another maybe 10 minutes, 10, maybe 15 tops, but another 10 minutes will probably wrap it up. Still 6 people watching. Thanks again to everybody that has tuned in to watch this. Got off on a little bit of a rough start, but I appreciate you watching this. Test drive blogs. Also, I consider the East Coast anything far of me east. There's not too many that I know of in the Midwest. Let's go over here. Also, WizRiver Blue mentioned hobbies. I like filming and collecting model cars. I used to play baseball too. I like baseball. I played as a pitcher and third, and then eventually shortstop and pitcher. So yeah, that's another hobby. I like baseball. And also, my dad, you know, he buys and sells a lot of vehicles. He goes to auctions, that kind of thing. I enjoy doing that with him. It's another hobby that I like to do with him. I like spending a lot of time doing that. New Thinking Reviews says, I may consider a 2015 E400 coupe. You know, I sat in one of those, I drove one of those when I went to Mercedes-Benz of Hagerstown. And I gotta say, that car handled very impressive. That was a very, very nice car. It really drove good. You know, that would be a good car. Mercedes-Benz luxury cars, they're top of the line in luxury. Yeah, that's definitely not something that you'd mess up on, I don't think. I don't know about the long run, but I do know that E400s are pretty sweet. I still have quite a few more Mercedes-Benz videos that I gotta post, so everybody keep an eye out for those. Still have 6 watching, that's pretty good. 7 minutes or so. Let me sit back, take a little drink here. Give my voice a break. Let me see here. Looks like we got some more questions in here. Do you have plans on going to the New York Auto Show next year? New Thinking Reviews. I don't know, but I'm probably, I don't know if I will, but I'm thinking about going to the DC Auto Show. That's quite a bit closer to me. So I might go to the DC Auto Show. Test drive blogs. I'm thinking of getting early 80s or late 70s Mercedes diesel, sedan, or wagon when I have enough money for a road trip car and whatnot. Yeah, if you decide to get one of those, I'd go with the wagon. The wagons old Mercedes wagons are pretty sweet. I'd go with one of those. WizWiver Blue says, what do you think of the new Ram grill? Let me see here. I assume you mean 2016. Let me see here if I can take a look at those. You know, it's funny as this may sound, it's the first time I've ever taken a close look at the 2016s. You know, that actually, I'm just now looking at it for the first time, unbelievably. I can't believe that, but that's a pretty sweet grill. Ram did nice with that. It looks like kind of like a aggressive bull, in my opinion. Like the 2 round spots in the Ram's in the center, then the 2 round spots on the outside. It kind of looks almost like a nose. The grill, I've always thought the grill is the nose of the car. But yeah, that's really aggressive. I like that styling. That's pretty cool. Probably about 5 minutes and we'll shut her down. Anybody have any more questions? We got 6 people watching still. Go ahead and ask away for these next 5 minutes. New Thinking Reviews says, I am surprised that Ram didn't put the 6.4 Hemi in the Rebel, being a heavy-duty off-road truck. Really, you would think that they would. A 6.4 Hemi is a monster of an engine. You'd think that they would. A heavy-duty off-road, you'd think that they really would give it more power with that engine. I don't know why they wouldn't. Excuse me. Got some Mom's homemade oatmeal raisin cookies right here. Thank you. I wish you guys could taste this. It's good stuff. Very good. Pass the cookie plate, Wizwiver Blue says. Here you go. Can't really pass it, but I'll give you a little bit of a close-up look. Hey, oatmeal raisin cookie fans. Here we have my mom's homemade oatmeal raisin cookies. Test Drive Blog says, do you play any video games? Well, not often. I still have, believe it or not, I still have an original Xbox, not 360, the original first Xbox that ever came out. I still play it once in a great while, not too much, but I don't really play a whole lot of video games. I used to though. I have a PS2, but I don't play it that much. New Thinking Reviews says, when I do my stream, I may have a thing of my mom's homemade chocolate chip cookie dough bars. That sounds good. I'll have to tune into that stream. You just had a stream Sunday. I didn't get to see it though. I forgot all about it. I set the reminder, but I forgot all about it. Remind me the next time you're having one. I'll tune in for you. Test Drive Blog says he has an original Xbox, although he has a bunch of others on various other consoles. Yeah, I have the Xbox original and then the PS2. I like the original Xbox. It's original. It's a pretty cool little system. I'm surprised it still works. I must say something about the quality. Yeah, these are pretty good cookies. Still have 6 watching. That's very good. I appreciate you guys watching. That's fantastic. $10.54. Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Go ahead. Alright, yeah, I got it. New Thinking Review says, I had the same issues on my stream. Only mine refused to even go on the stream itself. Well, I guess it's not just me then. I figure the first time is probably why. Now that I know how to do it, I think that it probably won't happen quite like that again. We might have a delay, but at least not that long of a delay. So, this is Boss. Say hi, Boss. Say hi to the live stream. Come here. Come here, buddy. Here. You want? Easy. Good boy. That's Boss. You may have seen him in some of my cold start videos this past winter. He's a good dog. Good dog. Test Drive Blog says, excuse me. I may do a question and answer stream of some sort when I hit 750 or 1,000 subscribers someday. I don't think I'd get too many live viewers at the moment. Keep pushing forward. I know what it's like to have. I was going crazy when I hit 100 subscribers. I think everybody's like that. Keep pushing. You'll be 2,000 subscribers before you know it. It really will come quick, and just keep doing what you're doing. I'll tune into your stream when you have it. Frank TBL says, could you possibly in the future do a review of the new Ford Police Interceptor utility? Sure. I have a 2015 Taurus Interceptor on the channel. I don't know if you've seen that. Go ahead and check that out after we're done here. Yeah, I'll try to get a 2016. I'm surprised that I was able to get that 15 Interceptor Taurus, because they special order them for the police and they go right to the police. When I filmed that one, it was already sold to the local police department. It was already sold to them, but it was still at the dealership. They hadn't picked it up. But yeah, I'd like to get one of those, film one of those. Like the new Caprice Police Interceptor car. So yeah, I'd like to film one of the new Caprices too. Those are pretty sweet. Frank TBL says, I don't really like GM. Well, hey, my grandfather, I don't know if he's still watching. If he is, I appreciate you watching. He worked for GM for, I think, 32 years. And, you know, I think I like GM. GM makes some pretty decent cars. I think that they kind of gotten cheap and recalls, but every company has their slumps. So I wouldn't say I hate them. They're not my favorite, but I don't hate them. I think they're pretty decent. But to each their own, though. So yeah, just a few more minutes here. Everybody, it looks like we have 3 minutes. So if you have questions, throw them all at me like right now so I can answer them. Because we're going to be cutting out here probably 3 minutes. I know I keep extending it, but I'd probably say 11. I'm going to try to shut her down. 2 minutes. 2 minutos. Snorkelhead, thanks for tuning in, man. Says true. You know, GM really does have a lot of people that aren't fans of, especially after the recalls. I was disappointed in them after the recalls. Pretty much everything after 96. I know the Astro Man is a 95, so that may sound funny, but 96 they kind of changed their quality, and they started using cheaper materials. A lot of car companies are like that, but I think more so with GM. Test Drive Blog says, I can't say much about new cars since I'm driving around in cars from the 1970s and earlier, usually. There's nothing wrong with that. You know, the 1970s cars, I know from experience, they're rock solid. You know, I mean, I was watching Rockford Files. I like the old shows. I was watching Rockford Files the other day, and they had the bad guys that were backing up, and they backed into a metal dumpster and didn't even dent the car or anything. They used to have the big metal bumpers. If I did that with a Scion, it would cripple the back end. So, you know, really, there's nothing wrong with the 70s cars. 70s cars are pretty great. Snorkelhead says, favorite car. Well, I like the XV because it's in the driveway and it's what I drive. But my favorite car is probably, I think I said it earlier before you tuned in, 82 to 86 Trans Am. I like those. Would probably get one with the 350. Those are pretty cool cars. WizWiver Blue says, nice backdrop behind you. Forgot to say that earlier. Thank you. I appreciate it. It took me a little bit to get it all set up. But yeah, I got the license plates, the signs, I got the model cars, the whole 9 yards. You know, I think it worked out pretty good. I wish it wouldn't have taken that long to get on here, but it turned out good. Now we got 8 watching. We got some new people that are just tuning in. So yeah, again, thanks, a big thanks, 7 now, but still, our health is at green according to the live stream health chart thing. So that's pretty good for 11 o'clock at night. It's supposed to be ending now. Still getting some questions in. I once saw an accident where an older Corvette hit a Hyundai launch return wagon. The lady in the Hyundai was lifted to the hospital. You know, the truth is, the older cars were a lot more solid, like I was just saying. They really are solid compared to the newer cars, especially Hyundais. The Hyundais, I don't know if it was an Elantra, but the Elantras are like plastic. The Corvette, old Corvette would seriously just plow right through it. Okay, 11:01 here. Anybody else have any final questions? I appreciate you all tuning in. It means a lot. Appreciate it. There you go. That's a good question. Frank TBL says, do you like the Power Stroke or Duramax? Well, I'm not a big fan of Ford cars. It's just me. They're not bad. I just don't really favor them. But I like their trucks a lot. I like Ford trucks. If I had to choose between those two, I'd probably go with the Power Stroke. So, yeah, I'd go with the Power Stroke probably. Snorkelhead says they use Full Metal, not whatever they use now. Test Drive Blog says turbo or supercharger. Well, it depends on what car. Yeah, or Cummins, Frank TBL. Cummins is a good engine. Cummins is a really good engine. With the Dodges, I know Dodge has them, but and they're used in Volvo semis too. But in a pickup truck, I'd probably still stick with the Power Stroke. New Thinking Review says, would you buy a Kia Soul if you had the money for it? Honestly, no. That's a little bit harsh probably, but just no, I wouldn't buy one. Maybe it's because I've come to know the XB, and the XB and the Soul are like enemies, but I'd rather have a Scion. So, but 11:02, 11:03 now. Oh man, I keep extending it. I'm gonna have to shut it down. I appreciate everybody for tuning in and checking out the video, checking out the live stream here. How do I like the older EP3 generation Civics? I like the older Civics. I'm not a big fan of Hyundai or Hondas. So yeah, I like the older Civics, the older Hondas. I like the 80s and 90s cars. So yeah, I like those. Whizwiver Blues says, congrats. Oh, excuse me. Here, I got another screen up. Congrats, man. Here's to another 2000. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. Stay with us. It's going to be a good next 2000. Help me hit the next 2000. Help me hit 3000. My goal was to hit 10,000 subscribers by January 1st, 2016. Not sure if it'll happen, but I'm going to make a shot at it. So, Test Drive Blogs, congrats. Thanks for the live stream. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Snorkelhead says, congrats. Thank you. Frank says, thanks for answering my questions and congrats on 2000. You're welcome. Join us in the next live stream and stay with us for the next 2000. Thank you for the amazing stream and amazing reviews. Congrats on your 2000 subscribers. That's New Thinking Reviews. Thank you very much. I appreciate everybody. 7 watchers still, even at 11:04. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. Let's go ahead and tune into the theme song now.
It has a black exterior with a black leather cloth interior, silver exterior. Nice.
We'll let this finish playing and then we'll go ahead and close out.
White stitching. The white silver two-tone exterior with a nice black leather interior. This is perforated leather. And the sizzling crimson mica exterior. black cloth interior and a great pattern in the center there.
Also, a big thanks to all the dealerships that have let me film at their dealership lots. That plus your support is what makes up the channel, so thanks to them too.
Under the hood, you still have Toyota's 2.4 liter 4-cylinder, producing 158 horsepower and 162 foot-pounds of torque.
Still ain't
Well, there you go. That's the startup, tour, and review of Maxxtruck9906. Thanks for watching, and check out my other videos.
Thanks again, everybody, for watching. Still 7 watchers. I appreciate you all for tuning in. And make sure you tune in to the next video live stream. And check out my other review videos. Take care.